So, welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's. This is going to be a new little series for me. A lot of the things that I'm working on requires a lot of editing and a lot of time, so this is just going to be a little, mostly an unedited series, just something for you guys to be able to see a little bit of time. I've played Five Nights at Freddy's for a very long time, but I think the last video I recorded of Five Nights at Freddy's was over 5 years ago, so game doesn't need any introduction. If you don't know what Five Nights at Freddy's is, then you've been sleeping under a rock for the past decade. So let's not waste too much more time. Let's just get right into this. We're gonna be doing night 1 today. Family Pizzeria looking for security guard to work the night shift. So let's begin, shall we? Been a while since I've done this. Been a real long time since I've done this.
Hello. I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll do fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night. Something about their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87. Yeah, it's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now, concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcefully pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts of you that would likely see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth that pop out the front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night.
Alright, now that Scott's done talking to us, I can now talk to you guys. Oh, you apparently decided that you were done with your mugshot there? Alright. this was the first horror game I've ever played. I feel like I've seen some other horror games, but this is like the first. Okay, I'll have to see that jump again. But this was one of the first horror games that I've ever played, like myself. And I think this might even be one of my first ever purchases on Steam. Was this game. And back then, I believe I played all the way up to like night 5 or something like that, with nothing but the simple touchpad of the laptop. And I couldn't get past it any further than that, because trying to touchpad go from light to door is pretty complicated. And once I did, I kind of started practicing, and I was able to get further than that. And, you know, I played this game so many times, it's kind of became instinct, especially after playing so much of Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Like, I just have such a quick reaction now. I think I've beat Five Nights at Freddy's 4's 20 mode twice, because when the game initially released on consoles, I was like, ooh, it's on console, I gotta try that. So it was just something that I had to do. I've always loved like some of the music and stuff in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, so I was really disappointed when they changed shit for the console release. It's crazy though, like, because there's been so many updates to Five Nights at Freddy's 1. If you go and you play like the mobile version or the Xbox version of Five Nights at Freddy's and compare it to this one, they're two very different things. I mean, all three of them are different things from each other. So I'm just kind of surprised that there like has yet to be an official remaster of Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Because I think there's a lot of cool things they could potentially do from it. Wow. I spent way too much time thinking about what I was going to say and not spending enough time paying attention. So, we're just going to hang out here and have a chat. So, we're just going to hang out here and talk. And we're just going to sit here and do whatever until eventually either we hit 6 a.m. or Foxy kills me. You know what? I'm even going to play the power game. I'll just sit here and try and go to the power out sequence with Freddy, and we'll see what happens from there. Might survive this, might not. We'll just have to see. And yes, Foxy can come in at night 1. He's kind of like the anti-AFK like thing in this, so he will probably eventually charge here soon. Come on, Foxy. Come on, Foxy, you know you want to. Foxy, come on. Come on, Foxy. You're not gonna let me win this, right? Yep. There we go. As to be expected. I don't know why I hit that. I could have just hit continue, but hold on. Where's the phone call? I can't mute the call. Come on, let me mute the call. If you mute the call, the animatronics activate earlier.
Hello? Hello?
At least I believe that's how that works. Alright then, I've always loved how there's an argument that Bonnie's always been purple, even though, like, in this scene here and every other, he is so obviously blue. Like, if anybody ever thought that Bonnie was actually purple, like, just trust me, he's not. I think it's because the stage light there is purple, and this game has a very, like, blue atmosphere. Every game kind of has, like, their own, like, atmosphere in them. Like, this one is more of, like, this grayish, bluish. Five Nights at Freddy's is more blue. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is more blue. Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is more green. But I feel like most of them are just mainly, like, blue. Wonder if I can get the Golden Freddy Easter egg. It's one of, like, the few things that I've never gotten is, like, the Golden Freddy thing. I don't know why I'm checking the lights. I really don't need to do that. I'm also wasting a lot more power than I need to. I've also been playing a lot of Gotham Knights. I've also been playing a lot of WWE 2K25. So if you would like to see either of those two games, let me know. I could probably do like a live stream or a little bit of a recording or whatever else. I guess I can also tell you the edited series that I plan on doing is Project Zomboid and Subnautica. I have a good mod setup for Subnautica that you guys will probably enjoy. Wondering when you'd start moving. I'm also currently in the works of making my own Five Nights at Freddy's game. If you guys remember, I made the Forgotten Timeline or Shattered Lore or whatever the heck it's called. I don't know. It's not worth remembering. But I'm making one now, and I've been spending a long time working on it, mainly just because it's through Blender, and I keep learning new Blender tricks, and then I go back and I change some things, and the whole ordeal with it. So it's Bonnie moving again. Also, I kind of just realized that my first game was, like, I guess kind of harder than it should be, because I think that was the first time I've ever had Bonnie charge my door more than once in night one. There have been some games where usually Bonnie only charges my door once, but I've had games where Bonnie doesn't even hit my door. If you guys would also like to see some other games, I have things like Five Nights at Candy's, The Joy of Creation, and stuff like that if you want to see those. I remember one of the funniest moments was, I had to go do something. I don't remember what it was, but I literally had to walk outside my house and go all the way to my car and do something. And I left Five Nights at Candy's running on like night 1 or 2. And I went outside, fully did whatever I had to do, came back inside, returned to my game, and I was still alive. Made it through the night. Because Five Nights at Candy's doesn't have the anti-AFK system that is Foxy. And that game. I just remember that being really funny. I also think Five Nights at Candy's remaster is actually a little bit harder than the original game because old Candy, whatever his name is, doesn't make a sound. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, what's up, Freddy? You getting upset with me now? What's wrong, Fred boy? Look. Okay, never mind. He knew what I was about to say, and he is now going to ignore me again. Look, Freddy. You shouldn't be going into the girls' bathroom. It's weird. I'll be the first to call you out on it. You want to talk about this, Freddy? How about you come off that stage? We'll have a little chat about it. Bonnie's probably in the room with Chica and it's just not showing him. Because he's not anywhere else. I thought there was a camera here where you could see both Bonnie and Chica. But maybe not. But you see what I mean? Bonnie hit me twice in the last game. Here, it's 4 a.m. and Bonnie hasn't even came down the hallway yet. Okay, now they're activate. Nope, never mind. Bonnie's just chilling now. He wants nothing to do with me now. Come on, Freddy, coming down off that stage. There's also another really interesting thing. I remember my very first time ever doing Five Nights at Freddy's on the Xbox. Foxy actually activated on night 1. Like I was saying earlier, like Foxy does come out in night 1, like when you're like sitting AFK or whatever, evidently. By my little mishap earlier. Okay, Freddy, about the girls' bathroom thing. You need to stop. Now that I'm looking at you dead in the eyes. You gotta stop. You got an issue with it, come kill me. I dare you to. Not you, Bonnie. Anyway, but yeah, I was just playing the game normally. And, like, to look around, like, you gotta use your thing. So, like, you always end up passing the Pirate Cove to, like, look at the stage or, like, the hallway or whatever else. And so, yeah, he just activated. He didn't go past, like, his first stage where it just peeks his head out around the corner, but he did do that. Okay. You see what I mean? Those 2 nights were 2 very different things. Bonnie charged me twice that first night and didn't even come down the hallway on the second night. Gotta love RNG. So. Well, I meant to go back to the title screen and not close the game, but apparently I just closed the game. Well, this has been Five Nights at Freddy's for you guys. I'll put that note there for you guys. This has been Five Nights at Freddy's. If you want to see more of this, make sure to let me know. I'm probably going to do this little Five Nights at Freddy's things anyway, because I've been wanting to go to it, and I've been really wanting to play FNAF 2, so we'll probably go there. Like I said, if you want to see more things, I've been playing a lot of WWE 2K25. Gotten really good at that game, scarily good. Somebody should probably stop me, because I have more hours in that game than I know what to do with. You want to see that game, let me know. I can do some live streams or record some videos or do whatever. Maybe drag along some friends in it. I've been playing Gotham Knights 2, some of that a little bit multiplayer. So if you want to see any of that game, I think it's underrated. I really enjoy playing it. Like, honestly, if you want to see Phasmophobia, Project Zomboid, like Subnautica, let me know. I am doing an edited series on Subnautica and Project Zomboid. They are just taking time. So just kind of let me know what you want to do. If there's any other games that I haven't said that you want to see, put it down in like a comment or whatever. I'm sure I'd be willing to do it. And just let me know. Next episode we will be doing Night 2. So subscribe if you are interested at all. At that, I know Five Nights at Freddy's is kind of old and people have seen this game, but it's what people want to see, so I'll do it. Let me know. Thanks guys for watching.